Right, hi guys, Graham and warframe users and YouTubers. Today I'm doing a quick tutorial on how to play warframe. Now I'm playing the PC version, not the Xbox or PlayStation version. So everything's a bit different. You've got a keyboard, you've got a mouse, you can plug in a white Xbox 360 controller and a headset and it will work. So let me just log in. Okay. So this little guy here is Ash. He is a melee user. His abilities are to do a teleport rage attack, which allows him to basically teleport to loads of foes, stabbing them in the head. It's quite effective. His other abilities are to use a smoke bomb to temporarily turn himself invisible. I just call it his invisibility cloak. He also can teleport to other enemies when they're far distance away, and he can throw blades, which is pretty cool. So we'll go to the tenor that you first start with. So you first start with a tenor called Volt. After going through a tutorial, this will be the guy that you begin with. Here he is. This is Volt. Now, Volt's pretty good. He's not the best. He has low shield, low power, and low armor, but his health's pretty good. Okay, so here's where you can equip all your weapons, your tenos, and obviously upgrade and change the appearance of things. So if we hit upgrade, here is where your aura slot sits. I don't actually have any auras at the moment, which is kind of sucky, but I'll get there eventually. So right here is a polarized slot. You see where it's all green and it says 4. Now if I move this over here, you see it goes back up to 8. So when you have a polarized slot, it reduces the level of your card down, but keeps everything the same on the card. Now once you reach max rank in a weapon, so here's my machine pistols, you can what they call polarize a slot. Now you have to have a former to do this. You build your former using an Arcane cell. Here's my former. And once you have a former, you can change the polarity of any slot, including these ones. Any polarity you need it to be. Now with your melee weapons, there's one cool thing about your melee weapons. You get a stance slot. See, this stance gives me plus 10 capacity. This is your capacity up here. So each card will use a different capacity. Okay, so that one uses 10, that one uses 3, and so on and so forth. Once you max rank, once again you can prioritize slots, allowing you to put more slots in. Now right now I have 12 free capacity, so I'm going to use Organ Shatter. 75% critical chance. It's better than 60%. So I think I'm going to use that. I have 4 left, so I'm probably going to use Heavy Trauma. So that's that upgraded. Now there is tutorials to most of this on the actual game, but it doesn't tell you everything you need to know. Now you can get Arcwing gear. Arcwing gear is pretty cool. So once again you can get a companion. He will be found in your arsenal, which is where I just came from. See, there's your companion. Once again you can upgrade everything, change your appearance. There's your gear and there's your remotes. So that's pretty everything there that needs sorting. Here's where you find all your mods. So all the mods that you collect up during your missions, this is where they all come to. All of your mods are right here. Now if you're looking for one particular mod, you got the slots up here. So your warframe mods will be in this slot, oral mods will be in this slot, so on and so forth. Now up here you have your fusions, your transmutes and your cells. So when you transmute a mod, which I shall do. So you take 4 mods. Now it is a risky chance, you don't always get anything that you actually want. So this is going to cost me 18,000 to transmute 4 mods in a chance to get a rare mod. So I got reflection. I actually already have reflection. 16% damage taken is reflected when blocking while channeling. I actually never really channel, so it's kind of useless to me. I've got a Hawkeye, a couple of other things, right. So you can also sell your mods. So be careful guys, if you don't have a mod equipped, it will show up in all your duplicates. Here are your duplicates on the end. So for instance, I'm not using revenge, so if I sell all my revenges, I won't have any more revenges. Now up here is your fusion. This is where you upgrade your mods. So if I click that mod, hit fusion, I can go over to my cores, and this is what you use to upgrade your mod. Now the higher the level your mod is, the more fusions you have to use to upgrade it, and the more money it costs. It's pretty fucking expensive, so just be aware. Okay, and here is where you build everything. This is your foundry. This is where all the awesome stuff happens. So here we go. All my rhino stuff is almost ready to collect. This will be done in about an hour, so I can collect that when I get home from work later on today. And this is your blueprint. Now once you have all the parts to your blueprint, see there it says I don't have a rhino system. Oh yes it does. See, just waiting on the chassis, and then I can build my new Tenno. Same for all your weapons, you have to collect all the parts, which is kind of gay, but oh well. Okay, now before we go anywhere, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the Tennos. As I said before, all Tennos have different abilities. So I have currently 3. So I have Oberon. Now he's pretty cool. He can lift his enemies up into the air, slam them down into the floor. He can also heal himself and other players that are on your team, which is also really cool. He can do quite a few things actually. Siren, she can shed her skin, which is pretty cool. She can also poison and venomize enemies, which is also really good. He can smite players. He can put a flame on the ground. When enemies walk in it, they get damaged. Really, these are his 2 best, and the only really 2 I use for him. And here's Siren, one of my favourites, but not my favourite. So there you go, flex target with spores, sheds her skin, toxin lash, melee strikes burst spores, causing them to spread to nearby enemies. And that one, which basically kills all your enemies, which is really cool. But Ash has to be my favourite out of all of them. I'm currently ranking him up. So where you equip all your different weapons, and I mean I don't have any other primaries at the moment, I just have the one. Same with the secondaries, I only have the one. However, melee weapons are pretty cool. Melee weapons are all different, so they all have different. See, this is a whip. Once again, you can get stance slots, increase your capacity. Right here, I've got a big ass sword. That is pretty fucking cool. It's a dual heat sword, so when you do a finishing blow, you knock all your foes to their feet, and it actually does fire damage to them, which is really cool. And these are my battle axes, which I don't actually use at the moment, but they're still pretty cool. Okay, so now we're going to go to the market. Now the market's pretty cool. This is where you can buy all your blueprints from. Now you can buy your warframes with platinum credits, but as you guess, platinum credits you have to buy. The only reason why I'd buy platinum credits is to unlock more slots so you can have more tennos. Get them all. If you can get them all, get them all. Don't buy them with platinum credits, it costs money. So here's your blueprints for your primary weapons, secondary, melee weapons. Now some of them require certain parts, so if you don't have the parts you can't build it. Here's where you can buy your equipment, your senators, you can buy blueprints, or you can buy your senators using platinum credits. Doesn't cost a lot of platinum credits to buy one of these, but it costs a lot of money. So that's kind of worth it. Here's where you can buy your coral barrels, or at least the stuff to build a coral barrel. Your incubator, your eggs. Okay. That's where you can buy all your bundles. And you can also buy skins, which make players look cool when they're really not that cool. This is your codex, so when you collect up a mod you're not sure what it does, or you need information without having to go through everything, this will tell you. It will also give you some information on the syndicates and other stuff, which is alright. This is where your multiplayer is, so this is where you do your team deathmatch, or all. And here's where your syndicates are. Now, I'm Red Veil, you can only build one syndicate at a time.
The old ways speak of a cleansing fire. We of the Red Veil must burn away this corruption to begin anew.
No, I'm not actually ready for my next title yet. You'll say I don't have enough respect. See,
We await sacrifice.
We await sacrifice. You haven't earned enough reputation for this title. Okay, so and this is where you do all your missions. Now before we go into the missions, if you're using Xbox controller or keyboard, doesn't really matter. This is your communications. Your friends, your clan, just go in game chat, ask to join a clan and someone will invite you. This is where you rank up. You can also find it up here where your name is. Rank up. Codex, your profile, your syndicates, your leaderboards, and your profile icons. Now one of the things that I always found difficult to find when I first started was how to chat in game. I could see people with mic, but couldn't actually speak to them, which was a pain in the arse. You can find that in customized controller or keyboard, and it's right down the bottom. You would have thought they'd stick it near the top, but push the talk there, so you can't talk freely. But when you're in game, you just, for me, I push the right analog stick, and that's it, I can talk. You can practically toggle everything. You can toggle your block, you can toggle your sprint, and you can toggle your crouch. I have toggle crouch and toggle sprint on. So there's toggle crouch, there's sprint. For some reason one toggle's in there and the rest of the toggles are here. So here's your gameplay. This is where you can set all your settings. This is your chat, you can set all your chat settings. In gameplay you can actually set your ping rate, which gives you better matchmaking. Here's your display, your brightness, your contrast. I have all the settings on high. And here's where you have all your volume. So I'm actually going to turn all my volume down so you can hear me in game. So if I turn these up, okay, so I think that's everything. It always does that, it windows me twice. It's so gay. So if you have a window, guys, you will have to do it twice. It's just really, really gay like that. So, let's go into gameplay. Now, gameplay is not like you can run around. It's kind of like got a Call of Duty outset to it, which is kind of cool in a way. Now, since I have all my Rhino systems, I'll be going on Earth, and I'll be showing you the boss mission on planet Earth. Oh, I must be mastery rank higher than 5, so I can't actually do that one yet. So, we'll find a different boss to go kill. So this guy's pretty cool. We'll fight this boss. Now, the good thing is, if a game's already started, it will just chuck you straight in the game, or if someone's waiting to start a game, it will chuck you in their game. Some of the games does take a little while to load, but you have bosses for each planet. You have to do all the missions to unlock the boss mission at the end, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but oh well. Okay, so here are my swords. These are just badass swords. There you go, there's a mod already. Mods you can pick up quite quickly for the games. The best game to play to collect mods up is Survival, and I'll show you a quick game of that at the end. Now this guy is a melee expert. This guy is designed for melee. He is the most awesome guy on here, I think. My personal opinion anyway. Valkyrie's quite cool, she can grapple to things. Saves a lot of time when you can grapple to your location instead of actually having to run. Now, when you have your stance mods, you won't actually get them at the beginning. It will allow you to do combos. Combos are useful because it means when you get a whole line of baddies on survival, you can just literally cut your way through them. You know, I'm pretty badass. I love being badass. It's my favourite role. Badass is the best. As you can see, oh, I've already done this mission, but oh well. This dude, he has a little tag on his shoulder. He's got like a little string thing. Now, the string thing you can get from your syndicates. It's quite cool. But everything else, like having your weapons look different. Come here, dude. Yes. As I forgot to mention, you can wall run. You can also run around the walls, which is pretty cool. Except the pillars are kind of in my way, so it's kind of annoying. I did just kinds of jump, so I don't know why he won't wall run. He just kind of wants to jump up the wall. It's kind of gay, really. But see, he's just kind of jumping. You can jump all the way to the top. It's pretty cool. So let's get ready to fight this boss. Now, this boss puts shockwaves on the floor. If you stand from under his legs, like I am now, you're going to get chucked across the room. Well, that was pretty easy. So now we have our warframe part. The boss missions is where you get your warframe parts from. It's not really where you go and get your mods or level up. It's just simplicity of getting warframe parts to build better tennos. Once again, I have another part. You can get mods for everything, so mods that will show you where stuff's been left on the map. Oh, stolen. Now my little orb thing, there he is, he sucks everything up off the floor for me so I don't have to manually go around and pick everything up. It's really handy. Now let me show you some of his ability. That's awesome. His other one is Smoke Screen, which is also really awesome. So it says, oh, here's a bad guy. I'm invisible. And this one's also really cool. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do. I mean, my team's currently waiting for me, but I always like to stay and fight with bad guys. When they're ready to leave, the game will end. Oh, that wasn't a nice thing to do. So yeah, that's basically it. Here you go, I got Rhino systems, I don't actually need that. That I don't actually have, which is quite cool. Ranger's extension, +2 range, which is pretty cool. That's for your rifle weapons and such.